Ruffian Records.
Girl, I want you out of my head.
Straight and I had in my bed. Peekaboo, I will count to 10. If the bamboo sweet, we can pull it up again. Girl, I want you out of my head. Ruka straight and I had in my bed. Leo ni leo uko kwenye playpen. Ni ma sticks and stone tena utakula bon. Round 1 nina ring the alarm. Umaliputa cheesy madam. Quiff ni maquiff na makwafa. The real bad man ninaleta utam. Pretty girl anapenda cobra, rattlesnake danda kama dona, matrila amedunga don't touch, mahips akidip anatesa boy child. Oya, they call me Mr Raphimus, straight out of Lukenya, Machakos County. Fire, big up to the you them.
Hey. Well, me actually, above everything, I love your voice. You have that one strong voice.
Yes, thank you.
I think you should do more of reggae music.
Yeah. Hiyo ndo, in fact that's the genre yenye naanza kulean towards, because I've looked also in the market. There are reggae artists and respect and love to them, but hakuna that reggae culture from the artist point of view. There's a fan base point of view. Lakini Kenyan reggae artists our feed the market. Most reggae content inatoka majuu. Unaona? So I would like to also delve into reggae, you know, a little bit of reggae, ndio nipatie wase a new type of flavor, yeah.
Okay, alright. So hapo kwa reggae tutarudi baadaye. Tell us about Lukenya movement. I've been seeing you've been doing a lot of things. Pale Instagram, you're always hanging out with guys.
Yeah.
Positive vibes,
Lazima.
cool vibes, you know.
Lazima.
Yeah, so tell us about it for those who do not know.
So basically, I came into contact with Lukenya when I came to study in university. You know, they stay universities in Lukenya. So I took a couple of people, that is artists, videographers, and dancers, choreographers, models, and I told them, look guys, let's form a movement, because all of us are from Lukenya. Let's form an artistic movement so that we can collectively market our work. So me and my friends, back then it was Gatehi Mwaniki, started doing the visuals. We started shooting in mtaa, showcasing the places, and also kuweka events for the artists or wa mtaa. So because nobody was inviting us to their events, and you see, if you wait until you're a big artist for you to be invited, then you're outgrow craft yako. So we decided we'd put our own events so that we give a platform to ourselves and the artists who are around Lukenya. Ndio angalau our fans to come into contact with our music. Yeah.
So you are actually able to tap talent and provide a platform for the talent.
Yes, as Lukenya movement, we are able to tap talent and also provide a platform for the talent. So we usually make sure that we record songs. So we start from recording to distribution of the songs on iTunes, to, let's say, the shows where the artist will be performed, to merchandising in terms of jumpers, sweater, and everything. So we make sure that we are involved in every process of money making that comes with the creative aspect of this venture that we are in.
Okay, so if I'm an artist around Lukenya, whether I sing, whether I rap, or
whether you paint,
everything,
yeah,
it's inclusive of everything.
Yes, because you find like during our events, we usually hold thrifts. Now you find in our community there are people who sell clothes at a very affordable price. So during our event in the afternoon, we make sure that it's a thrift event. People come and look at affordable clothes and things like that. So we try to incorporate every type of creative, every type of business that can be conducted during an event. Yes.
Yeah, okay, all right. So tell us more about Ruffian Records.
Ruffian Records. Ask the streets.
Yeah, ask the streets. Why ask the streets? Why is that like the main slogan?
Because I believe like my greatest input has been as an independent artist. I'm still an independent artist, and I will tell you in what aspect. My yani mta yangu inajua bidii yangu. Unaona? Inajua where I came from, how I came up. You understand? When people see Raphimus later on, they better believe that I ran through my 10,000 hours. They better believe that I was a man in the streets. You understand? I never made it until I had everything, every recipe. Now I'm building recipes. So the people who know me are the people who have walked with me in the streets of Lukenya. So when I say ask the streets, yani uliza mtaa wakwambie bidii yangu. Imefika wapi? Now, Raphian Records, for a long time I had gone to certain record labels. I believe I even approached a Naiboy's record label for them to sign me. But then I realized I was doing it the wrong way. You understand? I was going to someone else who had established his entity and grew it, and I was expecting them to invest in me and an entity. Understand? So what I did is I went and formed a record label and I signed myself.
Hey!
Yeah, I gave myself a fat record deal. Yes, and gave myself 100% ownership to my masters.
And you gave it your name.
Yes. And I signed myself because I was like, I am not going to beg and kneel down to anybody else. This is something I can do. Let me put a label on my back to handle the professional aspect of my music, so that when you infringe on my intellectual property, I don't approach you as Raphimus the artist. No, I approach you with the authority of a record label, and I ask for my artist's due. You get? So I had to form my own record label and give myself the contract that no one else could give me. You know, if you want to do something, do it for yourself.
For yourself.
Don't go and ask for people to do it for you. You know, I had spent so much time wishing I could be signed. Hell no. Now I've signed myself, to myself, for myself. Hey, that's what I work for. Yes. So when Raphimus sing, he's singing for Raphian Record, which works for Mr. Raphimus. So we're working symbiotically. And I wanted to deviate from being the traditional record label to I am a distribution label. I distribute music, whether to iTunes, Spotify, Deezer. So Raphian Records is not you assign an artist type of record. No. Bring your music. I do not want rights to your music. I want to take it to the market.
To the market.
I want to take it to the market. I'm the guy who takes music to the market. I don't want to own it. I don't want to sign you. I want to give you a platform where you can sell your music. So I am your business manager. You know, I'm not your record label owner or artist relationship. That's not where I want our relationship with the artist to be. So Raphian Records will never sign any other person, but we will sign distribution deals, we sign publishing deals. That's where the money is. We are focusing on the core business of music, getting you your revenues, getting your royalties paid, end of story.
Okay. Okay, now that specific part of revenues, let's keep it on hold. Now, like for now in the music industry, actually even just 1 week ago, tumesikia stories mingi hata ndovu ni kuu, it was pulled down because of copyrights. As a person who has studied or rather understands music more, what is the fuss with all these things to do with copyright music and beats and the process of production and the relationship between an artist and a producer? Where is the beef coming from?
The beef comes from, I will say, you as an artist. You are to blame. Let's say I want to cook ugali. What do I need according to you? If I want to cook ugali,
you need fire.
I need fire, maji, sufuria, mwiko, and the flour. You understand? But how do I want to eat ugali when I don't know what's needed to make ugali? Okay, I can go and buy ugali, but then I should not complain when I buy ugali and get bad ugali. You get? Furnish yourself with knowledge. I am a creative. How do I copyright my work? Everybody knows this Kenya Copyright Board, Kenya Copyright Board, Kenya Copyright Board. Do you know the Kekobo certificate? You can use it if anyone lays claim to your work, you can use it as an authentic proof of ownership of all works encompassed in there. You understand? But people don't want to start from knowledge based. They want to go straight to the reward. You want to you want to reap mangoes, but you don't know how to plant them. You don't know how to farm them. You get? It's when pests tuseme zikikuinvade utablame nani na hujamwaga pesticide. So even with this Ndovuku business, he didn't copyright his music. He didn't approach an organization that can make sure that it safeguards its interests. So why wouldn't someone issue a copyright strike? You did not copyright mtoto usipompa jina. Say ataitwa wewe. Hello.
Yeah.
You understand? But if you say my name is Mr Raphimus, if you call me Mr Raphimus, Mr Raphimus, who's that? Unaona? So you have to copyright your work. And that's where as Raphial Records we come in. We make sure you even get a copyright certificate of your work without even being signed to us. What we eat is what we make together. We get a percentage of what we make together. You understand?
Yeah.
Hey. Wow. So if he had known, if he had furnished himself, it doesn't matter how many lawyers you have. As long as you don't have knowledge. Hadi hao lawyers wanaweza kumangia.
Just to eat your money.
Why are they their lawyer? Because they know things you don't know.
You don't know.
They know terminologies you don't know. They know how to file those cases, research which law, nini. Kitu ambayo unaweza research mwenyewe. But you pay for knowledge. And you lose money because you don't have knowledge.
Yeah. So you'd say whatever is eating up even this industry is just lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. And the few people with the knowledge of where to take your song, which DJ will play, which one is going to put you in a record pool where all the major DJs get their songs from, which songs it's hitting, who to talk to. That's the knowledge that people have monetized. That's why we have PR firms. That's why we have marketing firms. That's why we have people who boost views for others. If everybody knew how to boost views, how come nobody's doing it? How come not everybody is doing it? Because few people have monetized the knowledge. We monetize. Your lecturer is your lecturer because monetize your knowledge yenye amekuletea.
So kama last year Willy Paul was really complaining. Anasema mimi natoa ngoma zangu Boomplay na iTunes and all these platforms because they're not bringing him money. How would you encourage an upcoming artist to, if they would really invest in them or not to invest? And actually, how do all these things come to generate money? Because sababu msanii, you find that people who have very, very nice songs, going back to gengeton artists, but if you look at the money that they have, your pesa, it's less than whatever they're making on their online platforms. Another example I can give you is ukiangalia ata maju. We have very not artists that may make it, but artists when you're upcoming artists. But these guys have big houses. Like guys are you can act a series maju, just one episode.
No womoke.
No womoke. Hapa mtu ameomoka your design, work for 50 years. What's happening in this industry?
Unajua nini? People forget that the theory is also part of education, not just the practical. The practical, yes, it encompasses some form of education, but the theory is also important. No, this is music business. My friends, this is music business. People focus on show business, they forget that there's an aspect called music. You see, show business is just the tip of the iceberg. Huku chini is where everything, this is where the money lies. So hii pesa, this a little bit fame, inakuanga kupata tu madem. Ndo manonona hawa say, kwa madem wako nao, bado hawana. Yeah. They are show businessmen. They are not music businessmen. They don't know about publishing. They don't know about all the forms of royalties they need. Unaona? Now we have business lawyers cause those are music businessmen. Wamejifundisha kenye the artist is too lazy to read. Chukua kitabu, chukua ka Google, soma what you need. How you can copyright your music. You will never make money if you are not interested in where your product ends up. Down the chain, that's where uko product ina do mingi. Uko ndo kuna do. Si mahali inatengenezewa. In the studio there's zero money. But the outlet where the song is being played, where the song is being streamed, that's where the money is.
That's where the money
Now, if you don't understand the process of taking the song from the studio to the soko, hapa katikati unapoteza royalty, performance royalties, mechanical royalties, streaming yani unapoteza a lot of royalties. Na hapo ndo msanii anakuwa maskini. Ndo amajua akipata hit song moja, all those processes, akona lawyer, akona business manager mwenye ana make sure product yake ime-certify in all those processes, because they are revenue stream. So they might have one product but they have so many shops zinaoingizia do. Hadi sisi wa Kenya ma radio stations zetu ziwalipa bado. Na kuna msee make sure hiyo do imewafikia. Knowledge is power. Hapo ndo wase wanakimbia show business. Uliona ile show vile tulipigiwa nduru bro. Uliona venye Safaricom ndilipa hiyo check. That's the talk we should be talking. Sasa uliona venye lipigiwa nduru kwa Safaricom show bro. Hata wakanibua as long as hiyo check iko hapa. I don't care. Wapige nduru, wasipige nduru. As long as kile kimeniingiza kwa huo mlango nimekipanga kwa makini, I'll be the eventual winner.
So I know this is going to be very, very the opposite of what you're used to kind of music. But there have been conversations here and there about our gospel industry. As a person who has been in the music industry and you're growing in the music industry, why are we having secular artists converting from gospel coming to secular?
Because remember, those are not show businessmen. Those are music businessmen. They do what's good for the business. They don't do what's good for the show. If such a person is the type of person mwenye akikam umempatia dipo but usipomaliza balance atatoka, because it's not good for his business interest.
So it's not, actually people should not be blaming the industry. It's the person.
You should not be blaming even the person for salvaging his business in whatever manner he knows. If mimi nauza chapo na chapo azinunuliki na viazi karando nanulika, si unga ni ile ile. Sina switch. Mafuta na joto si ni ile ile.
Sasa shida ni wewe basi.
Shida si mimi.
Si utafute njia ya kuuza hizo chapo zisonge.
Hapana. If mimi sitaki, furaha yangu si ati kuwaona mmekula chapo na mmeshiba. Furaha yangu ni do yenu yenye mnakuja kubai chapo. So it's not about cooking for you venye umezoea and I'm making nothing. No. If I'm making nothing, then I go where I'm making something. And that's why these Akina Bahati guys, Akina Willie Paul guys, that's why they will always be ahead of the curve. Because they are always recalibrating. There are people on their feet.
So they were not really into the gospel.
Listen, people blame these guys because they actually took this craft serious. I am selling apples. So apples are not in season. I will sell oranges.
So you're doing business.
Yes, it's not that mimi napenda apples sana. So Wakristo wanashangati, haukuwa unapenda apples hivyo, and you told us you will sell apples till I die. No man, I will only sell apples as long as they make me money. The minute apples stop making me money, I am the orange guy. Didn't you know I'm the orange guy? And the minute oranges...
we didn't know you as the orange guy. You started as the apple guy. Vitu zinakuwa ngori, unaenda unafanya nini? Unafanya orange.
Sasa unaona.
So wewe ndio kwa mtu.
Unaona do iko wapi? Do iko hapa. Wewe kucomplain venye siku hizi hata siuzangi apples anymore. Hadi mse mwenye ati anauza nini oranges? By the way, mimi ukula machungwa. Hata sijaipenda apple.
So unaanza kufika.
You understand? So the people are complaining at these guys have left gospel. They're like, wanaimba nini? Views. Wanawachizo adverts.
Wanani.
Wewe unasema nini? So these are the smartest music businessmen that they are there.
And they're doing well actually.
Yes, instead of selling a redundant product that nobody wants. Hata menichosha. Mimi nataka. Sorry. Not that nobody wants. Sorry. Ewa Kristo mimi ni mrasta. Usiniwe sana. Instead of selling a redundant product to the same crowd who no longer want that type of product, let me say it, not that they don't want similar product, they just don't want your product, then go sell a product that actually has people who want it, unaona. And that's where these akina Willy Paul guys are winning, because they're selling to you scandal, anatusi ringtone, anatusi bahati. There are people consuming. Waona dhani hao watu wanaangalia hizo scandals zao kwa Instagram I use advertisements.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, smart businessmen, they're not show businessmen atumone yako gospel tu kwa sababu unataka muone kama hii kitu haina do
Song
yeah.
Zidi, mnasemanga zidi.
Mimi na Mungu tutaombeana kwa nyumba.
Willy Paul alisema bado yuomba in private.
Unajua maombi hata ukienda ukitwakiwa bado I block maombi. Unajua nina block tu morality kiasi unaka umechoma, but I block maombi. Unataka kuniambia yule Mungu atastop Willy Paul from winning cause sisi tumetaka siwini? Ati Mungu punish Willy Paul hata usimpe baraka. Yeah. Na Willy Paul anambia Mungu nibariki man. So unajua mimi ni mtoi wako. Natumia kipaji kulisha watu.
All right. So, Raphimus, where did this Rastafarian all this vibe come from?
Okay. So, I grew up with a lot of reggae. And I've always wanted like to be a Rasta eventually. But then nilikuwa bado niko chuo. No. So lingia uni then kaacha, then nilipomaliza 2019 then nikaeka Rasta, nilikuwa nimefuga nywele for like a year. Naona. Na hapa nilikuwa na aimei poa. So ilibidi hizi zingoje hapa. Unaona. And then also I was too much into fights, too much into recklessness, too much party nini. So I feel like when I became a Rasta, I shedded off all that negative vibration and negative energy. Of course, the old Rafi pops up once in a while. Unajua stima, unajua hao vijana wakijaribu kunisukuma kuna vile na wafatia stima. Lakini sasa istafutangi stima. Juu kitambo nilikuwa natafuta stima actively.
Kutafuta stima ni kufanya nini?
Yani I wish a nigga would. The tima, yani umenyuka mtu. You don't know what stima is? Ujisikia boy ni stima. Boy ni umeme like
anaweza kukupiga.
Like sasa ndo tunaita kutafuta stima. Unatafuta lightning bolt nini yani kwa nyundo unatii. Hiyo ndo stima.
So ulikuwa stima sasa.
Juu unajua mimi ni mse haina jina ni roho juu, so unajua pia mboga yangu ilikuwa inapenda juu we get into things and I finish them, unaona. But then you see life I want for myself in this type and in this time venye nimegrow hivi. Mimi ni music businessman, mimi si show businessman. Nitaacha msanii wangu enda kapigane huko, hiyo beef generate do nimpatie check, lakini mimi utanikuta nikipigana. That's not my type of approach anymore. Because nobody wins in war.
True.
Nobody wins in war. I'd rather be the guy cashing the checks than the guy in hospital. Let's just say kucash checks ni better than kuwa hosi. So I made a life decision to be a Rasta cause ilikuwa a thing I've always wanted. And also when I became a Rasta, nilitulia, niliacha violence, niliacha self-destructiveness. Nikaanza kuwa more focused on achieving my goals, more methodical, more strategical, put my affairs in order. So I feel like being a Rastafarian was that part of my life yenye ilikuwa pending. Hiyo ndo kitu iliniweka in balance. And that's why this Rafi now is not the same Rafi mwenye ako kwa ring the alarm na sweat amefanya hivi mikono. Unajua alikuwa like bring it. Huyo ako like pole. Huko kwenye unakuja ni ukuta. So usiumize ukuta. Jipende. Huyo atakuona. Huyo atakuondokea na uko na mapepo inakaa. Lakini huyu pia ni mdeadly, huyu si ati atakuacha uende hivyo. Warasta tusameagi by the way. Rastafarianism, there's nothing like forgiveness. Unaona? Ni nisahau. Nijisahaulishe. So only God can forgive you kwa Rasta. No. You can't ask a fellow man for forgiveness. Hapana. una ask for his understanding ama his sahau. Wachanga kuomba forgiveness. Hakuna venye binadamu atakusamehe. Muombe understanding yake. Aelewe kuwa you are human na unaweza make mistake ka hiyo. Sawa.
Nasikia kufanya ile
Chapa cha kuita wa rasta. So mimi ukinikosea, acha kuwaste time kuomba msamaha. Ngoja omba understanding. Niambie rafiki yangu nielewe. Na kama hutanielewa ile siku utanielewa najua utakuwa umenisamehe. Juu kinielewa umenisamehe. But hata ukiniambia umenisamehe kama hujanielewa bado hujanisamehe. Umejisaulisha. So hivyo ndo mimi na operate. Mimi ukinikosea kasi kuadhibu mimi nakuchorea. Ni hivyo na unasongesha life.
So hiyo tukao tunaongelea puff. Pia inasaidia comedy.
Acha nikushow. Na hii ndo kitu, there's a lot of misinformation out there. Na unakuta most of these journalists ni watu tulisoma nao Daru Daystar. Na ni watu wako na access to the new media. But calling weed bangi, it's more musical and it's more hilarious. Unajua kuchomea wasa rasta. Also kumbuka back in the day mrasta ilikuwa yule msemo mwenyewe. Ni society mmechachisha sana. Mimi sijali kantaoga. Mimi niko vibe zangu. Mimi na vibrate kivyangu. Unaona mimi ni mchafu, mimi ni fama. Unaona? Unaona mimi sijui niko aje, mimi ama fama. Unaona? So image ya mrasta ilikuwa imeassociated na mental illness. Juu wase wako wanaelewa msi anawezaje kana uchafu hivyo na atembea kwa street na kona hizo mashagi hair. Lakini our journalist wetu, enough is enough. Wacheni kuridicule ngwai, kuassociate na mental illness. Unaona?
Ngwai ni
weed. Kuassociate na mental illness cause you're stigmatizing one Rastafarianism. You're stigmatizing the thing that makes us, it's like our holy communion. Una stigmatize just because wase wanaitumia vibaya, just because wase wanaitumia as a drug does not mean everybody uses it as a drug. And what you call a drug to someone else is food. Unaona? So media is the first place where it can be a depository of knowledge. Wase wapate knowledge mingi, but wase wanapenda zile
world heavyweight kaba kushinda Python. My friend is Damba kushinda Samson. My nemesis Wise Kibabu Solomon. Nilitoka Dons kuwapa dose of course. Nilikuwa boss kusaka love of course.